we can keep the families going. You've got 4 daughters and 1 son. Yeah.
I see.
So we thought we'd start a little business, and we thought, well, I've nearly paid off for the house because I put down a fixed deposit, and I've got 2.5 years to go on the house. It's off the mortgage, because as you know, you can't buy a house in the Philippines unless you're with a Filipina.
No, you can't.
No, no. So
Unless it's you can buy a condo, can't you?
I heard afterwards you can, yeah. But at the time I didn't know that. Yeah.
So how long you've been here in the Philippines?
2 years.
Oh.
2 years now in.
See, he have a partner before.
Ah.
Yes.
Not good.
Didn't work out.
Why?
Well,
She's 38. Yeah, she was 38 and I'm 69. It was 67 at the time and she was 36. Well, it worked out, it didn't work out because she wanted to buy a house, so we bought the house. And then she wanted a plot of land that we knew was going cheap, so we bought a plot of land. Then she wanted a condo in, where's that called?
Puerto Galera.
Puerto Galera. I said, I haven't got that kind of money. I'm not a rich man, I'm a pensioner. So we had a lot of problems. So we decided to
But
split.
she bought land for the girl. How much?
280, what, price-wise?
Yeah.
280,000.
1,000 square meters.
But I lost that because,
But under the name of the girl.
The girl.
Yeah.
yeah, because you can't buy land. So I got the house back. I had a good attorney, so I managed to get the house back and put it in Ellen's name.
He lost too much money
Yes. I borrowed money off my brother and my sister.
because his partner before is not good.
Well, she had me arrested because I called her a gold
Yeah.
digger on Facebook. I said,
The woman go to my house and bring 4 police.
yeah, 4 police with
Or
guns.
No warrant of arrest. They get inside my house.
Yeah, it's called cybercrime. Have you heard of that?
Bossy.
yes.
Yeah, cybercrime. So we split up for about 3 months, and then I moved in your house.
Yeah.
And we was having a party for Ellen's birthday because Ellen's is on the 6th of May, mine's the 2nd of May. And because I said I had a computer shop, she wanted to take all the computers. I said, no, you're not having them. And she was screaming and shouting outside of the house. I said, you're spoiling this party, so I don't care. She was really bad. And she was screaming and shouting, I said, you're not having the computers. You've had all the stuff in that house, you're not having the computers. I'm going to keep them for myself. So I wrote, because I had a few drinks, I wrote on Facebook, my ex is a gold digger. So the next day the police come knocking on Ellen's door, arrested me for cybercrime, which I knew nothing about cybercrime. So they took me to the police station. Very nice people, very nice police, they were good, no problem. They said, did you do this? I said, yes, I did, because I told them the
He
problem.
sleep in the room. They had 2 knives under the bed.
Ah.
My ex, 2 knives under the bed. She was a bit naughty. So we separated.
But you didn't go to Rapitulpo. No.
A lot of people say I should do that, but I didn't want to cause her any problem. So I said, you can have the land, as a parting gift, because I didn't want any problem with Rafi Tufo, because he would go into it and demand for her to give me back. I said, no, we won't go there. I'll just see my attorney, we signed a contract, and then I got her signed over to me or to Ellen. But a lot of problem.
So what did the police have to say once you explained your side of it?
Well, they were pretty good, but my ex was having none of it. Because obviously she went to the police come to my house and arrested me, took me away in those big cars, those SUV type. Took me to the station, and this female police officer, she was the...
the barangay.
Oh yeah. She said, did you do this? I said, yes, I did, because I was angry because she spoiled Ellen's birthday party. And she demanded she was having this. I said, no, I'm not giving it to her. And they said, do you want an attorney? I said, well, if I need one, I'll get one. But if it's your choice, I'm telling you how it was. So she said, no, we don't need to. But then she took me to the barangay for the Bausi.
Yeah.
They were different. They weren't good. I said, why are you bringing me to the barangay for the Bausi? They got up there something against women and children. I said, men get beat up as well, you know. I said, I'd never hit my wife. My wife's got, my partner my partner's got a knife under the bed. I have to make sure that door is locked in case she knifes me because she gets so mad. And they said, well, you're here at the Bausi. I said, well, I don't care what you say. I did nothing wrong to her. I never touched her, I never hit her. She came into the bar and she broke a bottle in there, threatened the customers in the bar. She caught me on the finger and cut my finger, and she cut her finger. I was covered in blood. Took her back home, but I made sure I locked the bedroom door because she was so wild. But the Bausi said, well, we've got a case. I said, you have no case. I said, I've done nothing wrong, you have no case. Her eldest son was 16. I said, he will witness that it was his mum that come and attacked me. I never attack a woman. I'm not like that kind of man. So they took me to the police station with a statement. I said, I'm not signing it because I've done nothing wrong. There's no way I'm signing it. But this woman come in, I think she was a counsellor.
Yeah.
And she spoke good English. She did speak English. They were speaking their language together. And you were trying to explain, Ellen wasn't very good at explaining. I said, look, I need an English interpreter. You accused me of something I didn't do. It's supposed to be Bausi against women and men, but no. I said, children, but it's men as well can have a problem. So they took me to the police station. The police station said, no, you brought him here for the wrong reason. This is the Bausi case. He's not here for Bausi, he was here for cybercrime. He admitted he'd done it, he apologised, and that's it. And they ripped it up. So I've got out of that.
Now she stopped.
Now I've been with Ellen for a year on the 14th of February, and we're very happy.
Story. How did you find?
The usual thing, Facebook.
Right on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah. Because
He was my friend in Facebook,
Yeah.
but I said I love you. But he said, oh, I don't know you, and I am in a relation with that girl.
So you just send him I love you.
Yeah, and then I told who blocked me, Tony or the girl. So we never communicate. Then he separate to the woman.
3 months we separated, and then I met.
And my daughter said, oh, mother, your friend is separated to the... Oh, give me the profile.
My neighbours were very good, you know, because I lived in a house on my own.
But your
My
neighbor.
neighbours were coming around for giving
How
me
did
some
you
food.
find? How did you?
They really
Looking
looked after
my
me.
address.
The policemen in my village.
But how did you find his Facebook
They
account?
said, if you need any help, we know your ex,
Tony,
and we
as
know
a-
her husband.
As
He
a
died
friend.
in a truck
But
accident
not too long,
5
only
years
I
ago.
think 1 week.
So she became a widow.
He blocked
They
me
said
or
they know
the
all
girl
about
blocked me.
about him. They said you're quite right to finish.
Because at that time I was
Good to me.
working in the convent as a cook.
Oh yes, you're training cook.
I stopped because of him. But I suffer a lot of problem with Tony.
Yes.
So you've been together for 1 year, for over a year now.
Well, yeah, on 14th February.
So it's good that a woman has a courage to say I love you first.
Yes, you see, we don't say, you don't say that in England, do we? You don't meet a person, they say, I love you straight away. You have to get to know the person
Yeah.
before you say, I love you. So we got to know
We
each other.
became
didn't we?
friends before. Before I was build my house, and he said he want to buy the paint and doorknob. I said no need to buy because I have money. I never asked him money.
No. She lived in a basic house, you know, as they do in the Philippines. And she was doing her house up, spending her own money from the convent, because that's where she worked. I said, I'll buy the paint on the door for you, but she wouldn't have it. She said, no, I've got my own money, I'll do it myself. So I said, okay.
And how many times he asked me to go out to eat, to go bar? I said no, always no.
Yeah, so that was good. We've done well, didn't we, in the end? Yeah. So we want to get married next year, but I can't this
And
year
I
because
post in
I'm still
Facebook
married in England.
Yesterday,
I mean, he's
said,
separated now
you
4
read
years.
my post. You
Well,
decide
that'll
if
be
you go
fairly
to
straightforward.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Paul,
Yeah,
if
'cause
not, but
When we separated, I sold my house.
He's crying.
I bought a house in, because I lived in Ipswich. I bought because before I lived in Ipswich, I lived in I live in Ipswich. Before that, I lived in Leamington Spa, not far, and then I moved to Ipswich. I was married for 25 years. Didn't work out in the end, so sold my house. I bought a house in Ipswich, and I moved out of Ipswich because I didn't want to be in the same town.
Right.
Similar to your think, I think. But yeah, I moved to Coventry where my boys lived. My two boys from my first marriage. I was married twice. 17 years the first one, 25 years the second one. So I went to live with my boys, and that wasn't good because you know what it's like in England. You do not share family house. You go. So I rented a house in Coventry. Then I decided to buy, but what I had left of my money wasn't that good. It was only 100,000. So I wanted to buy in Coventry, but the house prices went up there. So I looked out further afield to Birmingham. No good. Dudley. The house at Dudley was no good. It was terrible. Eventually I bought a house in Stoke-on-Trent. You know where that is, don't you? So I bought a house in Stoke-on-Trent. I was there for a year. And of course I went onto Facebook. I see this girl on Facebook. Very nice. I went out for 2 weeks, see how we got on. We seemed to be okay, no problem. Then I went out at Christmas for November for 4 weeks. Seemed to go on well then.
So you came out to the Philippines for...
Yeah, first time 2 weeks in September 2016, 17. Then I came out in November for Christmas for 4 weeks. And that's when we started looking at a house too quick. I should never be looking at a house. Far too quick. You should really get to know the person you're with for at least 6 months to a year. But me, no, fell head over heels in love with this young woman, pretty young woman. I thought, oh my God, me, an old man like you know me. You know, you see this young woman, thought, oh, this is nice. But then reality kicks in, doesn't it? You think, no, not good. So then I met Ellen. She's a bit older, 57.
Yeah.
So this works. Yeah. Well, it worked for you two, so you two are okay.
We're always watching.
She's too young and I'm too old. That's what we both thought.
Oh yeah, that's what you both think, but it's not. It's the age is immaterial. All right, when you first meet each other, you were 70, were you? 75? 4?
74.
And of course, you're young Beth, and the people think, oh, what's that old man doing to that young woman?
Really, we met because we just both said, well, why not? I was leaving the next day and there was an earthquake. There'd been an earthquake that day
Okay.
in Cebu, and there were aftershocks coming. When she came, we sat in the reception of the hotel, and there were aftershocks coming sometimes every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, because it was a hotel, the alarm would go, and as soon as the alarm went, because it was monitored for earthquakes, we'd have to go and stand outside. And after that, we still had found enough in common that I was coming back to live in Cebu. I'd made up my mind to do this for whatever reason, I don't know.
Oh.
When I look back on it, I didn't have any reason to go and live in Cebu. But I'd made up my mind that I was going to do that, and I was there actually to see if I could find a place to rent. I didn't. But then I met Beth, and we'd made a pledge to each other that we wouldn't see anybody. That I was going to go back to San Fernando, and she was staying at her job, her life in Cebu. And we said we won't, well, until we get back and see whether this can work out, we won't complicate things by going out with other people.
Yeah.
And we kept that agreement. And I came back, how many weeks later was it?
3 weeks.
Huh?
3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks.
So it wasn't very long, it was just a few weeks. And that was it. We never...
Did Beth say to you, I love you, first sight?
No.
No. That's how I shot when he said to me, I love you. I said, well, how can you love me? You don't need to know me. We need to get to know each other first.
Then he blocked me when I say I love you.
Because, you know, I had this problem with my ex and I thought, oh, do I want this? I was thinking about going back to England because I still have my house in England, in Stoke-on-Trent. I'm renting it out.
You still have it?
Yeah, but I might sell it this year now. I'll go back. Go back in May. Because I have implants in my eyes. I used to wear glasses.
The one is
And
not
I've had implants, but this one's playing up
only
now.
one.
So I need to go back to England to have this sorted. I have to go down to London to the chap down there. He's Greek, and he said, if you have any problem, you need to come back. But I'm having a problem with this one. I can't hardly see out of it, so I can't even drive a car now. I have to be careful. Night time is worse driving. I've got a scooter, which I drive, but I have no license. Nobody seems to worry about their license in the Philippines. Is that true?
In the mountain, you know, in the province,
In the
because
province,
it's
okay.
the checkpoint is only once in a while,
Ah,
you know.
yeah.
But in the city, you need to,
Always.
yeah,
But It is
always.
a case of everything is okay as long as everything's okay.
Yeah. I tell you a story there.
But if it's not okay, then
Well.
it's really not okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because here in Taliban, we only have checkpoint once a month.
Oh.
Right.
Do you know when they come?
No, it's
Like in
unpredictable.
Manila, every
They
day.
just
No,
turn
and
up.
it's a strange, even then it's a strange way that they do it because they'll have the checkpoint will be here and back along there
A lot of
Along the road,
motorcycle stuff.
there'll be 10, 20, 30 motorcyclists
Oh.
without registration or helmets or number plates or
It's okay.
whatever. And they wait there.
Yeah, they wait
Yeah.
until.
And the police are here and they know that all of those motorcyclists are down the road.
Oh. They know, but they don't.
Yeah, as long as those motorcycle will not pass the checkpoint, they will
But
they will not
they
bother.
only stop the people that come through, who
Ah.
mainly are all legal.
Yeah. Oh, because it's funny how it works. Because the place where we live near is San Jose, Montalban. You don't need to wear a helmet. We live in Mali, San Mateo, which is 5 miles from San Jose. You have to wear a helmet. You do. The passenger doesn't. Then you will get to Makati, what's it called? Marrakech. When you get to Marrakech now, you have to have a helmet and the passenger has to have him. So there's no set law. It's all different from town to town.
There's no set enforcement.
No.
I think the law states clearly that you're supposed to have a helmet and you're supposed to have shoes, not slippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of
And
other
pants.
things. You're supposed to be registered and you're supposed to be insured. And I think that that's the law.
Are you insured then? You're supposed to be insured?
Yes.
Because nobody tells me you have to be insured because I've never been insured on my scooter.
Well, when
I'm
you go
getting the
to get
impression-
registered here,
Yeah.
you go to get registered and then part of the process of having
An
the
insurance, yeah.
emission.
Yeah, I had that done last year on my scooter.
Right, and when you go from, it's all in the same yard, and you go and you get the emission done, and then you get some paperwork,
Yeah.
and you take that to the insurance, which is another building, and you go there and they insure it. It's a pittance. It's a few hundred pesos, isn't it?
100 something,
Oh, okay.
200.
It's something
You said
that
that now.
entitles you
You buy a
to drive.
scooter before with your first partner, right?
Yeah.
But not Tony's name.
It's what they
Ah,
call what we would call third
Third
party.
party. Oh, okay. Because I was under the impression, after what you just said now, it's more clear, because nobody would tell me in the Philippines. I was under the impression that if you have an accident, so ask them how much it is and then you pay them the money.
Well,
Just
you
hand
would do
over the
that.
money
You would
rather
do
than
that
insurance.
anyway.
Yeah,
You would, and especially as a foreigner, you would do that.
yeah.
We know someone that did have an unfortunate accident where a young boy who shouldn't have been riding a motorcycle crashed in and had some serious injuries to his legs, and this man had to pay a large sum of money into the hospital.
Okay.
But it was quite unique the way that it all unfolded, because the police were called because there was an injury and it was a minor, and then they took him, and I think they took him to the hospital, didn't
Yeah.
they? He went to the hospital with the mother and the young kid, who was about, I think, 14 or 15.
Oh.
I might be wrong on that. And then when that was done, the police brought him back to the police station, and he was detained overnight.
The foreigner.
Yes.
Okay.
But when I say he was detained, he wasn't put in a cell. They just told him not to go out.
Oh.
So he slept on something like this in the hallway, and the next day a policeman went into the room with the mother and him.
Yeah, it just happened that accident happened afternoon, almost night, right?
Yeah.
So if it happens in the morning and they bring the attorney and they have sign an agreement between the two of them, the family, then he will not be in the police station
Well,
that time.
Whose fault was it?
Literally